Nuh-uh.
Yes, huh?
It's the three little dots, like when you hover over someone's picture. The
Well,
dot, dot, dot.
and we're recording.
Oh, excuse me. I'm very professional. Welcome to our Monday night team call, everybody. I am not drunk or under the influence of any narcotics. I am sick. Tonight, I want to welcome Maureen Lamarca, our guest host. She is a diamond coach. She has been a coach for almost 5 years. You're coming up on 5 years, yeah?
Oh my gosh,
She
crazy.
is a wife, a beautiful mom of two beautiful kids as well. Um, she is now a certified fitness group instructor who actively teaches. You do Country Heat, correct?
Yes.
Yes, and I hope that you've seen her videos all over Facebook because they're awesome. And she is going to spread some wealth and knowledge on us tonight about not letting self-doubt and those negative self-talk creep in. I'm going to stop my video because I can't look at myself. So thank you, Maureen. I'll be right here, though.
Okay, so I'm going to be going in between two PowerPoints that I have because the information that I'm giving to you all is information that I'm currently using for my Woman Up class. So thank you very much, Elicia, for asking me to come on. And also thank you for asking for your lovely introduction of me. So something else that I'm doing is I'm still in the figuring out process, but I'm on round 2 of my Woman Up class. So I have developed my own class where I have married mental health, which if you don't know me, I am a mental health therapist. I have been for over 16 years now. Holy crackamole. So I have married fitness and mental health together. Mental health is my jam. Fitness is my jam. The mind-body connection is so very important. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in my presentation to you all as well. So my Woman Up class is 30 minutes of like mental building up and 30 minutes of physical building up. So I'm utilizing the things that for you, the stuff that I use for my Woman Up class. So I could share a screen, but it might make you guys feel a little like wonky just because I'm going to be going in between the two. So what does it mean for you to have a belief in yourself? I think a lot of times we'll say that we believe in ourselves, but we don't necessarily truly have that faith and that confidence and trust. So belief just by itself is defined as trust, faith, or confidence in someone or something. So it's also accepting of that a statement is true. So you do believe in yourself and your abilities. And if you truly believe in yourself, then you know that anything is possible. So I want to talk a little bit about becoming a champion instead of being a victim. So we want to focus on our strengths over our weaknesses. I think overall as a society, and I think women in general, have a tendency of focusing on the negative. If something stressful happened in our day, that's the thing that we focus on versus all of the other wonderful things that could happen in our day. I see a lot of people that'll use that acronym FML because they're having a bad day, but really, is it a bad day? Is it a bad life? Are we really saying F my life? Or did you just have a bad moment? So my encouragement to you is to count your wins, is to focus on the good things. Don't discount small successes. Any success is still a success, even if it's a small one. I think in the fitness world, we talk a lot about those non-scale victories. You know, maybe bumping up a weight, or maybe maybe your jeans aren't digging into your skin, or maybe you have to tighten your bra up a little bit because you've noticed that it's getting a little bit loose. So those are still successes. In our business, maybe we didn't sell a challenge pack, but somebody signed up for Beach Bat on Demand. That's still a success. Maybe we didn't have anybody buy a challenge pack, but we still have 3 customers that have continued their HD order. Those are still successes. Maybe we didn't hit Success Club, but we planted like 50 different seeds. successes. Trying to remove can't from your vocabulary, which I know is very difficult. Can't and should, I feel, are the most damaging words in the dictionary and in our language. So how do we become a champion? Well, you can think about talking to yourself as a child. So if we think about babies, if we think about toddlers, when they're learning, they fall down. Like they fall down when they're learning to walk and they get back up. They fall down when they're learning to stand. They probably fall down 50, 60, 80, 100 times. And they just keep doing it. And what do? We encourage them. Yes, you can. You could do it. Or when a baby's learning how to walk, yes, come on, come on. So try talking to yourself as if you were a child. Be your own cheerleader. Don't allow fear or failure to be a crippling roadblock. Failure really, truly is a lesson. There's a video going around on Facebook. I wish I would have gotten that for here, but there's a video going around on Facebook about failure, and it's Will Smith. And it is awesome because it really talks about how if you're not failing, then you really are losing. Because we need to fail. Because in our failures, in our missteps, there are so many lessons to be learned. And we learned so much strength about ourselves from failing. That means that we actually gave something a try. We actually stepped out of our comfort zone and we tried something. So what if we failed? You already won because you broke out of whatever your comfort zone was. Okay, so let's talk about reframing self-talk. I think the key is recognizing when you're doing it. That's crucial. I had an incident that happened yesterday, and I think some of us are probably guilty of this. We were taking pictures, and my sister-in-law she wanted me to retake a picture. And she was like, I look like a blob. I look like all of these things that she was saying about herself in a picture. For instance, Miss Elicia just now, when she was talking about, I can't even look at my face, right? She's saying, I can't even look at my face, and she's hiding her video. That even could be considered negative self-talk. And when we allow little things like that to creep in, that starts to become our norm. So I am notorious for the one and done. I do not look at it. I take that picture and it's done. I don't look at it again. I don't rehash. Oh, was it good? The only time I will ever take another picture is if my eyes were closed, or if it happened like there's like you're streaking because you're like moving. One and done. So recognizing
a little bit of a boob hanging out.
Well, I might leave it.
Oh, I retake that one.
I don't usually have mine hanging out. I guess if it was in a video, but even when I'm doing videos, because this is the thing. It is we are our worst critics, and it's very easy to be hypercritical of ourselves and go over and over and over again and over again and over again about what we did or what we didn't do. I tend to not even watch my videos after I do them, especially my live videos. Look at you all shaking your head, because I will look at them and be like, oh my God, why did you say that? And I notice that I start doing that stuff to myself, and I'm like, no. I said it. I prepared for it. I knew what I was going to say. If I didn't say something that I thought I should have said, okay, well, that's another video. And that's how I've been trying to look at it, is that's another video. So pay very close attention to how often you're saying, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. I might fail. Those are all red flags. And really, I mean, these are the basics. We're trying to reframe them. So I can't do Facebook Live yet, but I'm working on that. I haven't mastered Instagram yet, but I'm working on that. I'm teaching myself. And also, pay close attention to who you have around you. Stop listening to negative people. And I mean that not just in people that may be giving you guidance or encouragement, or maybe they're not giving you encouragement. See, misery really does love company. And a lot of times we have people in our lives that when we're venting, or if we're talking about something that's like bad or negative that's going on in our lives, they like jump in it with us. And they're like in that misery with us. And it's almost like it's keeping us in that, versus having people that are like pushing you forward. Okay, well, you did fail. Whip-de-doo-dah day. At least you tried. strap it up, strap up your boots, like, let's get it on, do it again, try it over again. And if you have people in your life that are not pushing you, that are not lifting you up, that are not encouraging you, then find me and I'll help you out, because I'm really good at doing that. But if you notice that there are energy suckers like that, or joy suckers and stealers, I would try to distance yourself a little bit from them. I'm not saying cut ties, but I'm just saying maybe those aren't the people that you'll go to then for encouragement. Maybe you need to go to encouragement from other places. You want to surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that are passionate, that are driven, that are goal-focused, versus people that are kind of stuck in their misery and don't want to come out of that. I highly, highly, highly encourage you to read personal development. So the next piece that I'm going to talk about is using affirmations as a way to get rid of self-doubt and also to change areas of your life. So back in the therapy world for a long, long time, there was a long, long time ago, there was such a thing called mirror therapy. And what mirror therapy is you're literally looking at yourself in the mirror while you're saying things. Now, some people think it's hokey. Some people think it's weird. It's true. It's very, very true. Even if you don't believe it, there's that whole fake it till you make it. There's so much power and truth and fact in that. See, our brains are the most powerful organ that's in our body. If you believe that you can do something, you will. And if you believe that you won't, you won't. I know we hear that very often. I'm sure we've seen pictures of it. I'm sure we've seen memes about it. I'm sure you've heard other people as broken records saying it. But it's true. It's so, so, so true. So, what I will ask you to do, because I guess you probably didn't think I was going to have an activity for you, is for you to look at areas in your life that you have doubt about. Maybe it's one specific area. Maybe it's two. Maybe it's about the business. Maybe it's about weight loss. Maybe it's about marriage. Maybe it's about your parenting. But there's probably an area that you focus on that's your area that you think, I just can't win for losing. And maybe it is this business. I think being an entrepreneur, it's tough. It's very, very hard. And even though we're given all these wonderful, amazing tools and all of these wonderful, amazing trainings, if we can't get it right up in here, up in our brains, if we can't get our brains to focus on the bigger picture, and to keep those visions of these goals that we want in our forefront, that self-doubt will continuously creep in and creep in and creep in. So the mirror therapy is to constantly remind yourself, because there's power in seeing and hearing you saying something really positive to yourself. So my encouragement to you and my assignment for you, and you don't have to do it right now, is for you to look at areas in your life that you have self-doubt. And sometimes this is hard, but I think it's really important because it's going to help you break away from that. What types of things do you say to yourself about this specific area? Do you notice specific patterns of talking? Maybe it's, I can't sell 5 challenge packs, or I can't help 3 different people, or maybe it's, I'm never going to lose this 10 pounds. Think about what those things are. Think about what that area is. And is there a general theme to the things that you're saying? And then once you figure that piece out, what I would say to you is the next piece is affirmations. But these, I want you to be very specific when you're choosing them, and put them up on mirrors, sticky notes, write them everywhere, anywhere. I have a few of them in different areas of my house. And I also have this little journal that I got that I choose an affirmation for my day. But you want to choose this affirmation. I'm going to give you some examples. So for a long time, I have used my hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's as an excuse to not really be able to lose weight, or lose weight easily. So there's where the self-doubt is. There's where the negative talk is. I can't ever lose weight. I can't do that. Like, and it involved weight for me, involved. So what I say is my body burns fat easily. I eat foods to properly fuel my body. Maybe I wasn't doing that. Maybe my body isn't burning fat easily, but I'm going to keep saying it because I believe that I can make that happen. Another area is I'm a magnet for abundance. Financial blessings rain down on me. I deserve it. So maybe your finances is a stressor for you. Maybe you think I'm never going to get out of this hole. I'm always going to be using credit. I'll never be able to pay off these student loans. Whatever it is, I want you to think about those areas. And once you figure out the areas, then you are going to tailor affirmations so that you can discount that negativity. Another example, I am thankful for all that is unfolding in my life and all that is yet to come. So that's a mouthful, right? But that one has more to do with the unknown and us feeling anxious about what our future holds for us. So sometimes if we embrace the unknown and embrace the things that we really can't control, as I can't control it, there is power in that. We get rid of that negativity and then it becomes a positive. I'm expecting greatness to happen. It's happening already for me. Things like that. So once you figure out the area and you sort of nailed that area down, doing the affirmations. Are affirmations hokey? They could be. But I think it's really important and it will help you to be able to get rid of the doubt and get rid of the negativity. And then I will also go back to reading books, personal development books, specifically in the area that you want to improve. So, oh gosh, maybe it was 2 years ago, Whenever You Are a Badass came out, we were able to get on a call. If you hit Success Club, we were able to get on a call with Jen Sincero. If you've never read You Are a Badass, read it. It will make you feel like a badass. If reading an actual book is tough, listen to it, because I did buy the book itself, which I'm glad for because I go back to it. But if you listen to it on Audibles, and I'm sure it would be the same for Kindle, it's the author reading it, and there's just something really spectacular about that book. And then also listening to her reading that book, it's just like fire in your soul, for real. So she said on this, and it stuck with me so hardcore because it's true. She reads personal development. She had a life coach. She did all of these things because she needed to better herself. And she still has a coach that she works with because she always wants to make sure that she's on the right track. So there is nothing wrong with making sure you're on the right track and getting help from your fellow coach or maybe another teammate of yours, or maybe you have an accountability partner. But what she said was, wherever you're struggling, whatever area in your life that you're struggling, those are the books that you need to read. So if it's finances, or business stuff, those are the books that you need to read or listen to. If you're struggling with parenting, then those are the books that you need to listen to or read. If you're struggling in your relationship, like friendships, those are the books that you need to read. So whatever area of your life that you're having the most struggle with, that's the area that you should be focusing on so that you can switch it around and change it up. I have a few books that I think could be really helpful. Hold on, I just shut that down like a cuckoo. So I have Girl Boss by Sophia Amorosa, Girl Code by Cara Alwal. I don't know what the rest of her name is. Get Over Your Damn Self by Romy. Wow, this is so blurry. I'm sorry. It's a really funky last name. I'm sorry. But Get Over Your Damn Self. You will find that. It's a book for entrepreneurs. And another great one, Light is the New Black by Rebecca Campbell. A newer one that I just came into contact with is I am that girl. It's another one about like finding your like, it's not about finding your inner badass, but I'm going to use inner badass just because, but it's that same thing. It's about finding that. It's about knowing you're enough, knowing you deserve greatness, and getting rid of that negativity. But again, I think those areas that you struggle with in your life, if it's doubt, if it's that doubt in yourself, you have to work just like we have to work our muscles and we have to work our body to train our body, you have to work your mind the same way. Affirmations should be said daily, should be said multiple times throughout a day. I'm sure you've heard about doing vision boards. Vision boards are truly powerful because there is power in you seeing your goals before you, even if you don't want to put pictures, if you even just want to write something down, but you need to have it somewhere where it is seen every single day. Maybe you save a picture on your phone and you make it a point every morning and every night to look at it. That's another piece of encouragement, because the more that you see those goals, the more that you're going to believe that you can do it, and the more that you will work towards doing them. So that's all that I have. I can really blab on for hours and hours and hours, but I wanted to leave a little bit of time if anybody has any questions or comments.
I think that was amazing. I don't know about, I'm pretty sure the rest of you did too, but I thought that was freaking awesome. And something you said really resonated. I don't know if you listened to the wake up call. See, I've had nothing to do but sit in bed and listen to things today. So she said something on there. You said, watch who you're hanging out with. She had mentioned, don't find people that have the same problems but have the same goals.
Yes.
So I thought that kind of tied right into what you were getting at. And there was something else. Oh, the affirmations, like you said, have them on your phone. Like I literally have a folder of ones that I do in the morning, and then if I have time at lunchtime, and then before bed, definitely. And I have different ones. Like if you just go to Pinterest, like if you're not like a person that like comes up with these awesome things to say about yourself, because I was struggling in that department. I'm like, what do I stand in the mirror and say about myself? I don't know. I went to positive affirmations on Pinterest.
So easy.
And I found some alike. So I just saved those screenshots. Yeah, I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff on my envelope here because I forgot my notebook upstairs.
It's true. I'm going to give you an example about an affirmation that I said. So I was getting married, and my mom at the time was dying, and we knew she was dying. And there was just a lot going on in life, like a lot. And I don't mean to be a downer, but like, here's the positive part. The positive piece was he was my fiance, obviously my husband now. He got sick with a cold. And I was like, no. I don't have time to get sick now because one, I wouldn't have been able to be around my mom because she was going through chemo and radiation. And two, like, who wants to be sick on their wedding? Like, no one, right? So I have a book called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I will tell you that there are some things that are in there that even my like peace and love and like affirmation, touchy-feely are just like a little too much for me. But there's a lot of really great stuff in that book as well. And it's a lot about changing your thoughts. If you change your thoughts, you truly can change your world. I am living proof. I literally quit my day job. I let go of a $40,000 salary, which isn't a lot, but I was only working part-time because I wanted to chase my dream. I want to be a fitness instructor. I want to teach live classes. I want to touch as many people as I possibly can and get them healthy in their mind and in their body. Was it scary? Hell yeah, it was scary. But I just kept saying, this is the path. This is what I need to do. I expect greatness. Are there moments where I get scared? Yes, absolutely. But I don't have time for fear. I do not have time for fear. And there was like a 2-week period where I was like stuck in a rut and I'm like, I can't get out of this. And I went to the people that were not having problems like me. Didn't even know that I didn't listen to the wake up call yet.
Right.
I surround myself with people that are busting their ass. I surround myself with people that are And it doesn't even have to be that they're in Beachbody.
Right.
I have lots of Beachbody peeps that are like family to me, but there are also other people that are in my life that I make sure that I associate with them. And whenever I know that my cup is like running dry, I might just talk to them, and I might not even talk to them about my problem. I might just talk to them to see how they're doing, or, oh yeah, how are you handling such and such? Just so that I can hear their positivity. And I feed off of their energy, not to suck it by like, oh, I'm in such a rut and my life sucks, but just to listen to them and like how things are. Tell me about your business. How's it going? There's power in that. It's not the jealousy, like, oh, she's doing so great and mine sucks. It's,
no, I find when I do that too, Maureen, like I'll reach out to somebody and it may be conscious and it may not be. But when I'm in a rut, I reach out to those people that I know. They come back at me and they call me out somehow on something that I'm not doing. Even if I say, hey, I'm fine, everything's good. They always, seem to call you out just when you need it. So yeah, I find that too.
Yeah. So, and again, I'm not telling you to cut ties with people in your life. I'm just saying sometimes you need to just distance a little.
You mean the parent meeting I walked out on earlier because it was too negative and there was a yelling match going on?
Absolutely. Good for you.
I say you cut ties with those.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the 6th grade.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah. Out.
I just want to say one thing. One of the other words that I read about and I find women use it more. It's scientifically proven that women use the word just a lot more than men.
Oh. Just.
And other than the phrase just do it, it's very negative connotation. Like, can I just have a minute of your time? It's kind of more of a meekness.
Right.
So if you take that out, I need a minute of your time, it raises your confidence.
100%.
And I have that on a sticky note at my desk with the word just crossed out to remind myself when I write an email, like I just wanted to follow up. I no longer use just.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think I say that a lot.
Search it. There's an article. I'll have to find it again.
I definitely say it. I know I do.
I say, like, I'm just a
Don't think
mom,
about
I'm
it.
just a nurse all the time, too.
Yeah, you don't think about it, but it's kind of a meekness that it makes. And so by using it or not using it, you raise your self-confidence.
100%.
I like that a lot. And we do shit all over ourselves.
We do shit all over ourselves. That's exactly what it is. I should have done this. I should have done that. You should do it. It totally implies that we're not doing something that we're supposed to be doing. And I love that. I'm totally going to use that. I'm
writing it down on my envelope.
I'm getting hot.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing your time. And I'm not going to take any more of it.
I really could have diarrhea of the mouth and go on forever, but I wanted to give you like just nitty gritty stuff. Cause again, I could go on forever, but
that is why I stay with the free account on Zoom, because as could I, and these poor ladies are so polite that they would just listen to me for hours.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually bedtime now.
Yeah,
it's probably getting to be about that time, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you ever have any questions or if there's any sort of encouragement or empowerment that you may be searching for, please feel free to reach out to me. I love sharing that stuff. That it literally is my jam. I live and breathe encouraging and empowering people. Like it is not a job for me. It's 100% passion. So if you ever are having like a crud moment of time or in your day and you just need somebody to like make you laugh or feel, please, sure. I do not mind. Message me. Truly.
Maybe we'll just have to invite her on once a quarter or something to come just lift our
and
spirit.
Remind you to not be negative.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I'm.
Oh gosh, no. I was totally picking on you because you don't feel good, right? So like everything is just like, ugh.
No, but I probably do that anyway. I probably would have done that anyway. You're right.
Yeah. It's the same thing with the pictures, like people with the selfies. And whenever I do it, I will tell you that people get so pissed at me. They're like, let me see it. I'm like, no, one and done. And they're like, what? You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
No, my family won't even take a selfie with me.
But see, that's what happened. Like, we lose out on life. We lose out on moments because we're so hypercritical of ourselves.
I'm talking like my kids and my husband will, but like my mom and sister, and no, they don't want to be on social media. So
Oh. No, I more mean that like people are being hypercritical of themselves and they don't want to have a picture.
And that's why they don't want to be on the Facebook, because they're hypercritical of themselves.
Right. So
you are what you are.
I teach Country Heat. Okay. I teach at a gym that literally has women of all shapes and sizes, which is why I love it there. There are women of all shapes and sizes at all different fitness levels. And the first couple of times that I was like, oh, I want to take a picture. Whoever wants to stay, and I'll love it and appreciate it. Now I'm like, just so you know, I'm doing the cool down. We do a real cool down. I'm going to read you my empowerment poem. You're staying. And then I'm taking a picture. And I don't want to hear any of the I'm sweaty and la, 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 because I'm literally soaked after I am sopping wet with sweat because you work so hard, like talking the whole time and like doing it. Right. And now everybody takes pictures. There may be like a couple that like run out. They're like, oh, I got to go. But generally out of 24, I'll have 22. So, and I think it's just because I'm like, no, you're gorgeous. We worked our butts off. You should be so proud of that. Like, and there's so much power in that, ladies, truly. There really is, for yourself and for anybody else that's around you.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. So what I will do is I will stop recording so that we don't have the blabber.